dating and becoming a couple. I'm going to talk about 4 questions that we should ask ourselves before entering a relationship with someone. The first question is, are you looking for someone else to make you happy? A relationship will not make you happy. You cannot rely on others for your happiness. You must first do what you need to be happy on a soul level. When in a relationship, and one person expects the other to satisfy all their needs and make all their insecurities and woes disappear, provide soul fulfillment, this can quickly turn into a state where one looks for happiness and fulfillment exclusively from that partner. Serious problems can arise when you realize that even though you are with someone, the feeling of dissatisfaction lingers. If you're already in a relationship, it's time to look within yourself to check and see if you have become emotionally dependent. Ask yourself, are you looking for a partner as a way to make yourself happy? Does it upset you if your partner doesn't act or respond in a particular way? Do you complain about others often? Is your relationship the center of your universe? Does your world fall apart when you and your partner do not do things together? If you answered yes to 2 or more of these questions, it may be a sign that you are depending on your relationship for happiness. It doesn't mean you're a bad person, but could be an indication that you need to make some changes. Start looking for happiness within you rather than from the outside. As people, we need to realize that other people are not things to fulfill our voids. Their job is not to make us happy. They may be struggling as well. Unfortunately, nobody prepares you for the soul-searching self-work that should be done before you can enter into a happy, healthy relationship. There's a lot of self-love work that can and will help you find the amazing person within to share with a partner in a lasting relationship. Being alone doesn't mean being lonely. There's a quote I remember reading a long time ago that said, "You'll never be lonely if you like the person you're alone with." And it has always stuck with me. I think this is vastly overlooked, but endlessly important point we need to make about relationships. You'll never be happy with someone else until you're happy by yourself. That's right. You must be happy with yourself first. The second question is, are you willing to connect on a deeper level? Some may ask, what do you mean a deeper level? You can't feel a connection with someone if you can't really talk to them. Do you feel a strong tie to the neighbor you chit-chat about the garden with? Probably not. But if you stop and learned about their personal life or beliefs, you'd be developing a relationship with them. Some relationships are casual and just require small talk. But if you're looking for a partner, you may want to make sure you take time to have a meaningful conversation and really get to know that person. That shows you value them. When you're with a potential partner, actually be with them. Be present. Don't be texting on your phone or paying attention to everything else going on around you. Focus on who you're with and what they're saying. They'll notice you're paying attention. They can energetically feel it. Then they will reciprocate, which makes the relationship better for both of you. We seek a deep connection with other people and the universe. The most fulfilling, loving relationship is one where 2 people are intimately connected with each other. The 2 individuals are separate but connected. It is our nature to be connected. If we do not feel connected, it is because something has happened to us to breach our awareness of the connection. A lot of couples go into therapy because they do not feel connected. The primary reason is usually because they did not experience it in childhood. This could go back to the first 18 months of life. Unhappy couples often have what we call a ruptured connection. In order to feel connected, it is important to feel safe. You cannot stay connected if there is a lot of negativity, fear of being abandoned, or fear of being overwhelmed. When couples first fall in love, they feel very connected because their subconscious stuff has not yet surfaced. When there is delicate attention, like at the beginning of a relationship, this brings a strong feeling of connection. Holding each other frequently creates a strong connection. Communication is a key in achieving a deeper connection, no matter where you are in the process of your relationship. The third question is, are you willing to trust? Let's look at what trust is. We all have a certain amount of trust every day. For example, I trust that I will have electricity so long as I pay my bill. Though trust and love are often confused. What is trust in a relationship? It is the ability to be totally real and authentic and unguarded with your partner. It means being able to bring all parts of yourself to your partner, good and bad, strong and weak, without fear of judgment or condemnation. It has to do with not needing to edit or color what you say or who you are, of fear of the reaction. Couples who have learned how to trust receive many benefits. They are able to connect on a deeper level. They desire to be with each other and want to give each other acknowledgement and recognition. They are able to have more passion, as passion can only develop with a safe and trusting connection. Trust forms the foundation of the love life you want to have. Let's look at 3 elements that, when present in the relationship, create an atmosphere of trust and safety. Risk, no trust. To develop trust, you will need to expand yourself out of your comfort zone and take a risk. Risk in a relationship involves exposing vulnerable parts of yourself to your partner. You will need to be able to share your thoughts, feelings, and experiences that are negative, painful, or fragile. This could include fears, hurts, mistakes, sins, and parts of yourself that you're ashamed of or wish you didn't have. Some risks are small, some are large. You may at some point need to say something to your partner that may feel very vulnerable. For example, I need you more than I would like to admit sometimes. I get scared that you will see all my flaws and judge me. I have a bad habit that I have been keeping from you. I spent that money in a way that we had agreed not to. When I said I was late because of traffic, it was really because I was hanging out with my friends. Some risks are small, some are large. You will need to determine how much risk you are willing to take to begin this journey in your connection. At some point, it is time to jump into the water and start swimming. Couples who refuse to risk because they are afraid of the consequences may feel like they are protecting the relationship. However, facts prove just the opposite, and your relationship will suffer greatly if it doesn't end. The final question we will touch on today is, do you know how to receive love? Receiving love can be challenging for some and come very natural for others. One may assume receiving is as easy as someone giving something to you. The reality is that regardless of whether or not someone gives something to us, we cannot always receive it. One reason we may not be capable of receiving love is you may not have been loved unconditionally. There may have always been conditions placed on the love given to you. The first step in learning to receive love is recognizing the barriers you have in receiving love. The number one barrier to receiving love is distrust of the motive of the love. You fear the consequences of letting down that guard that has kept you safe thus far. This, however, makes it so we do not recognize genuine love when it is offered. Instead, you may feel a sense of panic or vulnerability. People who can't receive love have an especially hard time with help. They don't ask for help. So in return, they do not get the help. Not because no help exists for them, but because they feel like the world is against them. They feel as if to get what they want, it will be an uphill struggle alone. This belief blinds them to even seeing help when it is offered to them. And on the off chance that they do see help being offered, they distrust it, thinking there is a dangerous anterior motive. They feel unworthy of help, or as if the help means that they are incapable. Tune in tomorrow as we talk about real love versus in love. I'm Wendy Johnson with Wendy Johnson's Life Coaching and St. Paul's Free University.